Okay, I'm going to see if I can answer your questions real quick. So let me get my screen the right size for you. So your first question was in regards to adding a link to your preferred vendors. And then you had a question about adding a calendar and also how to add your Facebook, Pinterest links. So first, before you get started, make sure you log into LeadStreet and you're within your admin account. And make sure that you've logged in and you see this actual page here. So you'll want to click on Site Admin and then click Site Builder. And what that'll do is, for you, it'll take you to your page. So the next step is you want to work within the Office account. You don't want to be working in the agent account. So what you're going to do is you're going to click Edit over on the right-hand side, and that's going to take you into the Site Builder functionality for the company website. And the first thing we're going to focus on is how to add a link to a preferred vendor. So I'll open up your Office web page just so we can see what it looks like and where you are with your buttons. So what we can do is we can add a link up here that will point to specific places. So if we go back to LeadStreet and you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you'll see a button or a link right here that says Add New Navigation Button. And I'm going to click on it, and it's going to open up a window. And what you'll do is you'll just basically enter the text that you want it to say. So let's just say that you guys have a mortgage person. So we'll just put preferred lender or something like that. I'm sure I spelled that wrong. And then you have sort value. So what the sort value means is basically these buttons up here each have a number associated with them, and it starts with 0. So this will be 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, and agents is just automatically there. So what we'll do, since we want to put it on the end, let me go back to the window. I'll add it as number 26. And then what you'll want to do is you'll want to come down here to custom URL. And you'll want to enter in the URL that goes to your specified preferred lender. So I'm gonna make this, I'm just gonna do this as an example, okay? And I always uncheck the open a new window, and the reason I do that is so that you'll have, if you do that, it opens up a whole nother tab, and you risk the opportunity of the visitor actually leaving your website instead of staying where they are. And we want them to stay where they are, but still view what they need. So once, so I'm going to uncheck that, and then I'm going to click Add Navigation Button. Oh, make sure you put the HTTP there. Alright, so we're going to click OK. And now I'm going to go back up to my tab up at the top here, and I'm going to refresh the website, the web page. And now you have a link to preferred lender, and when I click on it, I set it to go to Google, so when I click on it, it goes to google.com. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that for you, and also show you how to remove links if you don't want them. So I'm going to scroll down all the way to the bottom, and so here's number 26, preferred lender. I'm going to click on Edit Button Properties, and when I click on that, it's going to open up this window here. And I'm just going to delete it. I'm going to remove it all together. So I'm just going to click the delete button, click OK, click OK again. And when we go to view website, the preferred lender button is gone. So what will happen is if you start adding buttons here, this will sort of double up. So if you add probably another one after preferred lender, it'll show up down here on a second row. All your drop downs will still work. So don't worry about that, but try to keep your titles, your navigation button titles, to one word if you can. So it's just easier for the format of the page and for consumers to work around in there. So your next question was about Facebook, Pinterest. So we're going to focus on the company page right now. So for me, I have different options. So what you should see up at the top is the Remax Solutions, and then you should see these 3 options here. So what you'll want to do is click on Profile, And this is the same for your agents as well. So if they want to add their Facebook information, same process. They click on their name and click profile. So as we scroll down this page, make sure you add a photo of your office and follow these sizing guidelines to help you. Make sure you add instant acceptance in here. So I don't know if Mike wants to be the person that receives the leads, or if you want to set it up for an email to be delivered to you. What this is if a consumer comes to your company website and they land on a listing that is an IDX listing, when they click on it and they ask for more information, you get a lead, and that lead is offered to you. What it does is it allows you to be away from the office. So let's just say on the weekend you get a lead. This way you can accept the lead before the 2 hours is up. So make sure you add an email address here or a text number. It can be delivered to both or just one. Make sure you click on submit after you make that change. So social network icon links. This is where you can upload your Pinterest URL and your Facebook URL. The thing you need to keep in mind about Facebook is you do not do the whole URL. So facebook.com/LBLatham22 is actually the URL, but this system only needs this piece right here. So whatever comes after the / is what you'll put here. So I'm just going to remove this right here, and that will create the link to go out to your business page. Make sure it's a business page, just because that's the ethical thing to do. For Pinterest, you just grab your entire URL for your board or for your business there. Same for YouTube, Google, LinkedIn, Instagram. It just needs the URL. The only thing that is different is the Twitter ID, and that needs your handle. So like @Remax Solutions or whatever your Twitter handle is goes there. Once you add all of your URLs, click submit. Submit is basically your save button through the whole process. Anytime you do anything in LeadStreet, if you see a submit button afterwards, make sure you click that so it saves your changes. Once that is updated, you will see the Facebook icon, the Pinterest icon will load here up in the top right hand corner, and it will also load towards the bottom here in this section. Since you don't have any right now, it's not showing anything, but if you do, it'll load on the bottom and the top. Your next question was in regards to a calendar. Actually, it was resources. So as an admin, you have access to add files. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on resources for you. And right now you only have the ones that have been made available to you from the region. So I'm going to close this, and we're going to go to admin, and we're going to go to site builder. And these are all housed inside of what we call intranet resources. So let me bear with me just a second while I go back to the correct place. So once you click on Site Builder, you should have a link that says Intranet Resources. So we clicked on Admin, we went to SB for Site Builder. Remember, you have to go from the Admin drop down to SB. Then you'll have Intranet Resources. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. And since you have a blank canvas to work with, basically you'll add a main navigation. So what this is it sort of creates a tree or a folder tree. So you have different sections. So you want your button to say, let's just say listing forms. So I know they can get those from the MLS, but that's all they need to know. Click Save. And there's different types of buttons here. So we can have a title only, a library, a PR list, a resource. So a resource will go out to an actual link. So if you wanted to provide a link out to, say, like the Georgia Real Estate Commission website so they can check their CE, you can do that, and it's just a button, and they click on it, takes them straight over to the link. So I'm going to click Save. The library allows you to add forms or files underneath that main button. So if I want to click edit or add item, so the edit would allow you to change the name. The add item allows you to add a file underneath that particular. So we'll just put MLS form, and you'll go in and you'll click choose file, and I'm just going to put something in here that really makes no sense. So we're going to create a group, and we're just going to name it listing forms. Okay, I'm going to click save. Oh, it makes you, so this is the MLS input form. And it also makes you put in keywords. It used to not make you do this, so the new system forces you to put a description, because there's a search feature in the sources area that at some point will become very beneficial. I did that a little bit backwards. I'm a little rusty at this myself. So what it did is I had to create a group before I could, so I created my group. Now I'm adding it to the group. I'm going to go choose my file again, which is my support staff PDF. Now it will take any type of file it'll take, as long as the person can open it on their computer. So it can be a PDF, it can be a video file, it can be, any type of information here. So now when I click on listing forms, this is the thing that sort of throws everybody off guard, is that we added those, but now notice they didn't sort of grow along with us. So you have to click on the dark gray and it'll bring up the white option. So now we've got a group for listing forms, and we added those forms underneath it. So now when I pull this up, it will allow me to, well, I have to save it and get out of the resources piece, but once we go back into admin, let me just go over to my dashboard and see, go to company dashboard, see if it added it down here. Again, I'm in an admin piece, so hold on just a minute, let me get over to the right place. Okay, so now what you need to do is click on home, and then over on the right hand side you see the resources that are available, and then you'll see listing forms. So now you'll be able to click on listing forms, and these are all the forms that you created. Again, when you're building it, make sure that you click on the dark gray so that you see what you've entered underneath it. So hopefully this gets you started. If you also, the agent and yourself can click on the red resources button, and that brings up all of the folders that are available. So that's how you add forms. Again, it'll take anything. So if it's a PowerPoint, if it's a Word doc, if it's an Excel spreadsheet, if it's a PDF, a JPEG, it'll allow you to upload it and keep it in that box. For the calendar piece, I honestly don't recommend that you use the calendar in here, because it doesn't really do anything. It doesn't send any type of reminders. It's not very functional. So I wouldn't use the calendar. If you want to, it's under tools and tasks, and you can schedule and create. And it does kind of keep up with stuff, but it's not like an Outlook or anything like that. Hope this helps. Good luck with everything, and hopefully I got you on the right path.